heard the rest. Now here's the best Stay Tuned Sports Podcast.
And hello there, all you Stay Tuners. Welcome back to another episode of Stay Tuned Sports. It's your good friend Jimbo here, back with another week. Actual shows this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the live recording from April, I believe, is when me and the wife did that live show one. Definitely a fun one, and it was so much fun that we are actually going to do it again this Saturday. Going to do it over on Facebook again, 9:30 Eastern time. Going to try to do YouTube as well, in case you guys are rather watch it on YouTube instead of Facebook. If you do go to YouTube, make sure you guys subscribe so that way you always get the notifications of any new episodes or any live episodes that we may be doing or I may be doing. And you could also find all those social medias accounts over on our website, staytunesports.net, as well as some merchandise over there. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it this Saturday. Have 2 new hot sauces to try. One I am very nervous about. As you guys know, I like to watch the hot ones. I just recently watched the Millie Bob Brown. Or oh, geez, man, I feel bad because I like her. She's 11 from Stranger Things. But I ended up buying. It's called Da Bomb, and this one is Da Bomb Evolution, which is a little hotter than the one they actually use on the show. So I'm probably gonna be spitting fire with that one. And then the other one I bought because of the name. It's called Pucker Butt. So I'm pretty sure my butt will be puckering when I go to eat some of these wings. And also being that we're going to be live. You guys probably could call in. I'm pretty sure I know how to have that working for you guys. The number is 612 STS chat or 612-787-2428. Call in, and you'll be on a live podcast show, sports show. Be talking sports and anything else that comes up in the questions or the comments sections. But so gonna be interesting Saturday night, that's for sure. But kicking off the weekend will be the Friday Stay Tuned Sports podcast truck series that we always have every Friday over on YouTube, 3YTV. This week we're going to be at Darlington. Last week was that was a marathon. I held it. I did okay. There was a lot of mistakes that now I look back, that I did myself. I think we did 160 laps, I believe it was. I lasted to about 130 and got to the point where basically the position I was in, I think I came in 14th place. I couldn't do better. I couldn't do worse. It was a fun race. There was a funny incident involving me. Kind of a mess up on my part in a way. There was a caution, and all the guys went down pit road, I guess, to get fuel or tire changes or whatnot. And I think I just went down pit road about 10-15 laps earlier, and I was like, well, I don't really need anything, so I'll stay out, maybe gain 4 or 5 positions. And it was only me and Julian Tesoro were the only 2 that stayed out, and I'm right behind the pace car. And I'm like, oh well, Julian's out here, he's on the lead lap, he'll start off the restart. Until I look down and I see that I was in first place. I actually led 2 laps this season. I could, hang a little feather in my cap there now of that, even though it was pretty much no one else out there to be able to take first place, because it ended up being that Julian was a lap or 2 down. So, and then to take a step further too, when we had like one to go before we had a restart, Julian got the wave around, and I had to restart the race. Well, when you look behind you and see 15 angry cars behind you, it's a little scary, you know. So I just gave everybody a heads up that once I go, I'm just gonna pull down and let you guys all pass, and you guys do your thing, and I'm just gonna stay out of the way. And luckily, you know, it worked out. No wrecks because of it or anything like that. I just want to give a quick shout out to a couple of the guys that, you know, there was one wreck that I spun out myself. Gave me some good compliments, some pointers for next time. I mean, if anybody out there is looking for a league to join that's fun, definitely look them up. NSRA over on Facebook. They got, you know, the truck series obviously Friday night. I believe the Xfinity cars for Thursday night, and the next gen cars, they will be starting up Wednesday nights for the super speedways. I believe in July. I believe that's in July. They're actually doing a recruitment race tonight. Keep an eye out on their Facebook page. I believe Wednesdays are going to be the recruitment nights for that series. But this week we're at Darlington. I started to practice a little bit last night. I got turn 3 and 4 down. Turn 1 and 2, which is the tricky one of the course. I'm getting there. You know, it's one of those. My biggest weakness is I gotta drive close to the wall and not hit it. And there's one part of the wall that really comes out and you're not expecting it. So hopefully this Friday I don't cause too many accidents. Hopefully I can keep it clean and have a good finish. But also, speaking of this race, we're going to do another giveaway this Friday night. So like I said, we're at Darlington. To enter the giveaway to win a $25 Amazon gift card, you got to tune in and watch the race. It's 125 laps, I believe, this weekend. And all you have to do is head over to our Podbean link for this episode, and under the comments section, type in what place I was in on the 85th lap. And that's all you gotta do. If there's multiple people with the same answer, I'll pick a name out of the hat, and then I'll get in contact with the winners or winner through the Podbean. So make sure you tune in Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, over on 3 Wide TV. So I know I didn't do an episode last week, and I did have like one or two things I was going to kind of talk about. And the one I want to talk about a little bit is Colin Kaepernick trying out with the Raiders last week, and sources coming out saying that the Raiders even said that his tryout was pretty good. Now, he hasn't played since 2016, so you're looking at, you're looking at 6 years of no real life football playing. I mean, tossing the ball around, that's no different than a pro day. You know, you can't put all your eggs in the basket on a pro day. I mean, I like to always bring up about the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Mamola had an awesome combine and shot up draft boards, and look what happened to him. He was a flop. He was nothing great of like what his numbers shown. Now, Kaepernick has obviously played in the NFL. Is he a starting NFL caliber quarterback? I don't think so. Can he be a serviceable backup? Possibly. I mean, again, 6 years, that's a lot of time missing. But as far as the Raiders, if you look at their backups right now, they have Nick Mullins, and they traded for New England Patriots quarterback Jarrett Stidham. Even being out 6 years, he's still better than those guys, okay? And the fact that the Raiders supposedly came out and said that his practice went really good is good, because the sessions that Kaepernick set up for teams last year, the year before, it was already practice with Kaepernick. So the receivers he was thrown to already knew what plays they were going to do. Kaepernick already knew what plays they were going to do. this Raiders session, it wasn't scripted. They just called out a play and said, go ahead and show us what you got. And they said he did really well. Now, the reason why Kaepernick hasn't been in the league yet, a lot of people believe, is because he's been blackballed because of the whole protest thing. And I've said on the show a few times, I have no problem with him protesting. I just didn't agree with his timing during the game. But I'll leave that at that. Now, here's the thing, though, and he also said he would never... He's a starting quarterback, he should be starting in the NFL. And even after he had his little tryout that he set up, I think it was the Seahawks offered him a backup job. And he said, no, I don't want a backup job. I want a starting job. Now his tune has changed a little bit and said he's willing to listen to different offers, whether it's like, being a backup or a starter. Well, here's the perfect situation for both parties, the NFL and Kaepernick, to show that he isn't blackballed and that he's willing to do what he has to do to get back in the NFL. I mean, Derek Carr has been durable, but all it takes is one hit. We know that. And I'm not saying Kaepernick's gonna be the Nick Foles or Jeff Hostetler to come in and win them a Super Bowl, but he could be a Michael Vick and come in and show that he still could play in the NFL and not have and get that monkey off his back that, it was Jim Harbaugh's offense is what made him. I'm pretty sure the Raiders offense and what Jim Harbaugh ran in San Fran will be two totally different things. So I don't think anything's going to happen any time right now. I think you're going to see something I still think there's going to be smoke there until first week of training camp gets done. And I think you might see some sparks there and maybe a little flame come up. And I think the Raiders would be the only team willing to sign him. I mean, Raiders have that history of not caring who you are and signing you. The bad boys of the NFL. Not saying Kaepernick's a bad boy, but let's be honest, he caused drama, and that's what Raiders like. But I could see Kaepernick signing with the Raiders, 1 or 2 years, nothing major. And I mean, how ironic would it be that Derek Carr gets hurt or something happens where Kaepernick has to come in and shows that he could play. I think everybody deserves a second chance, and on top of that, I'm curious to see will he still be doing the protest or during the national anthem, or will he move it to a different time, staying back in the locker room, or whatever shall be. But I think we will see Kaepernick out there this year at some point, especially with the new Deshaun Watson thing coming about. So I kind of hinted there a little bit in the last segment about Deshaun Watson. New person came out, a 24th woman has come out and said that she has been assaulted or whatever they're calling it by Deshaun Watson. And this one right here, though, makes this whole situation a little bit more complicated for not only Watson, but the Cleveland Browns. Because now the Browns may have a reason to void Watson's contract. And if the rumors are true about Watson on the field, not playing that well, not practicing that well, throwing a lot of interceptions, this is a good excuse to get all that guaranteed money back that they gave Watson when they traded for him. This 24th lawsuit that might be, I think actually it has been filed. I think this past Monday I filed it. Very disturbing situation. And the fact that Deshaun's lawyer didn't even know about this one either tells you Deshaun hasn't been honest with his lawyers. Maybe some of these other women, he really didn't do what they said he did. I'm not saying that they're lying, but maybe there were so many of these women that gave him massages or he asked for massages that he lost track of names and how many. Because his attorney said that they're still investigating this new filing. They weren't aware of this one when the other 23 filed lawsuit. And if this one comes about, that they could go back to a grand jury. And if the evidence of this lady shows the proof, he could be indicted. And part of Deshaun's contract does say, basically player conduct type situation. I don't think you're going to see Deshaun ever play in the NFL again. I think you have a better chance, even though last segment there I said that I believe Kaepernick will be playing this year. I think you have a better chance of Kaepernick playing this year than seeing Deshaun Watson out there ever again. And here's the only other thing I don't understand about the NFL. A couple weeks ago I tried to compare Watson's situation to the Trevor Bauer situation. How he got suspended for 2 years, 2 seasons. Granted, his Bauer's thing went for months and months and months. The NFL can still suspend Deshaun Watson even if he's proven innocent, which is still kind of messed up. But basically, they could suspend him for drama, which this is drama to another level. And for the fact that he was questioned during the first civil suit and doesn't understand what he did wrong, if he did, let's just assume, okay, I know we shouldn't, but let's just assume that he is completely in the wrong on all these women. He doesn't think so. From what the women said he did was inappropriate, especially with this 24th one. I'm not going to go into description of what it was, but it's not good, not appropriate. And he still doesn't think he's in the wrong. And I think the NFL is messing up by letting this go longer than it should. I think the right play here for the NFL is to suspend him and put him on the commissioner's suspension list, or whatever they call it, until the investigation is complete. I mean, obviously the guy's got money, so it's not like putting him on a suspension for 6 months is going to make him go bankrupt. Dude had 66 girls in 17 months giving massages. That's one massage a week, something like that. I think I figured out. But if I was the Browns, if the NFL don't do that, I think the Browns should do that. Tell them, listen, go home. Don't come to the facility till this is all worked out. Let's take a step back and let's see how all this play out. I think the Browns jumped the gun by trading for him. I'm glad the Eagles didn't. And now that the draft's over, Browns can't get those picks back. And on the flip side too, when it comes to the Texans or the Browns, if I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm asking for a raise. I'm asking for a bigger contract than what he's getting now. Because Watson gets suspended, and let's just say Browns trade Mayfield to somewhere. Who do they have? There's no one. I mean, maybe Kaepernick if the Raiders don't sign him by that point. And again, Watson may not get suspended until halfway through this year or even next year, 2023. But if I'm Baker Mayfield, I'm going to the front office, say, hey, I can make all your problems go away. All this drama stuff. Give me a raise and put in there, I want no trade clause in there. Unless I got to waive it. Baker holds the cards now over the Browns. When the Browns thought they held over him when they traded for Deshaun Watson. So we're going to take a quick break here. And when we come back, I actually have a hot minute take on Joe Girardi being fired. Our next partner has a product I use literally every day. I started taking AG1 because I have a hard time sleeping at night. So what is the stuff? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help you start your day right. This special blend of ingredients helps support better sleep quality and recovery. It's one thing you can do every single day and costs you less than $3 a day. So it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/emerging. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/emerging to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. And welcome back. So make sure you guys head over to the Athletic Green website there. Well, I'll have the web link in the show notes here. Definitely have some good stuff over there, supplements and things like that. So before we went to break there, I said I had a hot minute take on Joe Girardi. Was fired this past week by the Phillies after 3 seasons. And I just don't agree with it. So he gets fired after 3 seasons. You had I forget the guy's last name, but Gabe, the manager last year, or before Gerardi came in. You went through like 3-4 different coaches in the past decade. And the problem has always been your bullpen. So I don't agree with Joe Girardi getting fired after 3 seasons. Especially, I never liked coaches being fired during the season, whether it's NFL, baseball, basketball, whatever. You sign them for a full year. Might as well try to get your money's worth. I mean, yes, they fired Girardi. Phillies start playing really well. Is it just timing? I think it could be timing. But it still shows that your bullpen's not fixed. I think the firing should have been higher than Joe, because that's been the main problem, like I said, for the past decade. Not Joe Girardi. So that right there was our hot minute take. Me kind of defending Joe Girardi. I know they were 22 and 24 last place and all that. Still early. Way too early to fire a head coach. I think that's going to be it for this week. Make sure you guys head over to staytunesports.net so you can follow all our social media accounts, especially Facebook and YouTube, because this Saturday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing a live show. You guys can ask me anything you want. Sports, not personal. I think that kind of get a little weird. Even if you want to ask who my favorite iRace drivers are and my not so favorite ones. I don't know if I have any yet, but make sure you head over to the Athletic Greens website. Like I said, the website will be in the show notes. So till next week, this is your good friend Jimbo, signing out.